This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Samples versus Latchett. You all have been together for 6 years. You're engaged, but allegations of cheating and infidelity are threatening this relationship. Ms. Samples, why have you opened your case today?
Because I believe he's cheating. And let me just lay him out for you. Okay, it was a time where Chris basically had messages popping up on his phone with other females. And I'm just like done because he needs to straighten up. We have 3 children together and this shouldn't even be going on.
Mr. Latchett.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've heard these accusations, these allegations from your fiance. What do you want to show her today?
I'm here today because this relationship is worth fighting for. I want to prove my innocence, and hopefully we can walk down the aisle and get married.
So you in it to win it?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you all meet?
Well, basically, we met through a mutual friend, and so this friend put us together through Facebook.
What was it about him that you liked?
Basically, he's a good-hearted, humble guy, and he's very smooth. I mean, look at him. He's so chocolate over there and everything.
So chocolate.
You know, he got a good smile on him. So I'm like, man, this dude, he got something going, so let me check him out, you know, see what he about.
So you like what you saw.
Exactly.
You like the dark chocolate. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what you were
You like
looking
the not-so-dark chocolate too, though, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
I do. I like milk chocolate.
Okay, all right, just checking.
This man. Any rate, you met her on Facebook. Tell me what that was about.
She was a good person, and she's beautiful inside and out.
I agree. She's a pretty girl. Tell me about how you proposed to her.
We was having our second child. My emotions was going, so I got the ring, and I told her, hey, I want you to be my wife. I gave her the ring. She didn't like that at all.
All right. Now, the court has obtained this proposal, and we want to look at it right now for the court record.
Don't cry. How am I making you nervous, baby?
I don't know.
All right, well, I want to give you this from the bottom of my heart. You know, we've been together for a minute. It's time to give you something to put on your finger.
Baby, so I love you so.
You gonna put it on?
Yeah.
Oh. So you in labor?
Yes, I would.
And that's when you decided to propose?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, my God.
Why weren't you happy about that?
Because he didn't say the words, will you marry me?
I guess you did. You just said, put this on. You didn't ask her to marry you?
That's the same thing.
No, it ain't.
You have to actually say the words.
Yes.
You know what it means.
No. When we got engaged, I look horrible because I've been doing inventory and dust. I was dusty. It was gross. So he gets down on one knee. And I totally freaked out because I'm like, I'm supposed to look gorgeous. That's why I'm like, you supposed to look gorgeous for you. And you're like, you trying to get a baby here. That's the least gorgeous moment ever.
And them contractions was hitting.
And but the most important part was when you got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? That's important.
He said, I have something for you. That's what he said. I have something for you.
You can have a teddy bear. You can have some flowers.
The point was conveyed. I'm trying to help you, Mr. Latchett.
Yes,
I'm really trying to help you. The point was conveyed, right?
I'm feeling her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, she knew what you were asking.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she took the ring, right?
She did, Your Honor.
Hey, once you take the ring.
Yeah, I couldn't say no to a big ring. I mean, it's so big. I was like, yeah.
That's a nice ring. That's a nice ring.
How do we get to this moment? What are the warning signs that you've seen that make you think he's cheating?
He'll send me sweet stuff here and there. Out of blue, why? You know, you giving me big gifts at that. You know, shoes, buy me bags, buy me jewelry.
And you're complaining about that?
Thank you.
Okay. Do you know how many women would kill to have their boyfriend, their fiance, their husband just buy them gifts for no reason?
Color, here's the thing. This is sort of one of those things also where people may be buying gifts out of guilt.
It can happen. I agree with that. But how are we supposed to win?
Well, Your Honor, it's also more to that.
Okay.
Chris has not been sleeping in the bed with me since we done had our baby, which our baby is 6 months now.
6 months you all haven't slept together.
And the baby sleeps in the bed with you?
Yeah, the baby does.
You know, that's...
No, I gotta hear from him.
That happens.
I leave the bed for her and the baby, Diamond and the baby. Let them have the bed because I don't want to be waking up 3, 4 in the morning and I have to get up and go to work. I sleep on the couch. She's welcome to come sleep on the couch with me. It's not like I'm walking out the door.
You mean she's gonna give up a good bed for the couch? Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Right.
But he's trying to be
Really?
considerate. You're being considerate.
Right.
I'm still hung up on this gift thing. Gifts out of the blue. Because, Mr. Latchett,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you buying gifts because you love her or out of guilt?
I buy gifts because I love her, Your Honor.
There you have it.
You doing it because you love her.
And she
I
is,
love her.
she's rolling her eyes, she's looking up, you don't believe it one bit.
No.
You think he's buying these gifts out of guilt.
I need to know the truth. Where your loyalty lay?
Do you have any specific evidence of cheating?
Yes. First he had this ex-girlfriend where I popped up at his college and I was just meeting him up there. She's up there looking at Chris and she's, oh, hey, Chris. And Chris is just like, hey. And so basically she's like, oh, so you're acting funny since that light-skinned girl is standing by you. And so I'm like,
Did you introduce Miss Samples to this particular woman who was, how'd you do it? Flipping hair like that?
her around.
Yeah.
No, it's this.
Yeah.
Do that again?
It's that.
Ooh.
Stop it. Stop it.
So did you introduce Diamond to this young lady?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, you didn't. He just moved it away like, oh, it's nothing. It's no big deal.
It was in the moment. It was something I didn't expect, so I was kind of odd for words.
Okay, so what about the girl at your job, though?
Oh, it's a woman at the job.
Your
All right,
Honor.
tell us about the woman at the job, Miss
Okay,
Sample.
so I got the babies, and we come up to his job checking on daddy and everything like that. It's a girl standing literally by his desk where he was sitting at. Can I show you what happened?
Well, of course, I want to see this.
Okay, so basically, this is what she does. She gets on her phone. She's all booty everywhere. I'm just saying, she's just all in front of Chris. And so I'm just like, really? Is that enough booty for you? He stared at me like a deer in headlights.
No,
Just
this will happen, Your Honor. I'm at work, and she comes with the children, and she's walking with the quickness. She got that look in her eye like, who is this? And I'm like, uh-oh. I kind of just froze in the moment.
So this whole time, you just stand there like, oh, Lord.
And so then you,
The whole
so then you
time.
said, this is my fiance.
no, he didn't.
Mr.
The whole
Latchett.
time I got the babies right there.
And so your kids are watching this,
Yes.
you watching this,
Yes.
and this baby's just looking at you, looking you up and down,
Yes.
and you looking her up and down.
Exactly.
And you scared to death.
Exactly.
Have you ever found anything that leads to believe that he's sleeping with another woman?
Yes, he
Okay.
had some text messages where it was like, oh, I got that, do you got that for me? And then he's up here sending just emojis all through messages and stuff. And then he was like, yeah, you know I got that. What do you got?
Your Honor,
What is there to
Your
have?
Honor, once again,
And
she,
you submitted a copy of that recollection of that text.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And so you has unknown sender, you got that for me, and then an emoji with a heart
And a wink.
and a wink, and they said, you know I got you. What?
Your Honor, it was a situation where a friend asked
another
me
situation.
to put her on with the job. That's all it was.
What kind of job was she trying to get?
Really?
That's what chicks do.
But why are you sending emojis? Like, what does that got to do with job
It's
business? Like,
just
come on
emoji.
now,
We
that's
young,
just
we
not-
use emojis, we text
You
back
ain't
and
finna be
forth.
sending no emojis to just a girl.
All right, Miss
Yes,
Sam,
Your Honor.
I know something went down when you got this.
Exactly.
Tell me what happened when you got
So
this.
basically, after that, Chris ended up going out. The way I found out he went out is because he posted a picture on his page. I called his phone. His phone's just going, you know, ringing. That's when I was like, okay, let me just go pop up and see where he's at or whatever. He must be at home since he's posting pictures. But that wasn't the case. He was not at home. His car was at home. And so I'm like, who picked him up? Who did he go with? Because he sure didn't let me know nothing. So I called the phone again. It went directly to voicemail.
Where
after
were
that.
you?
Your Honor, we had an altercation prior. So I went out with a friend of mine. We went, have a good time. I came back. My car was destroyed. Ketchup packages, lotion, tissue, napkins, anything she could find in her vehicle to use, she threw it on my vehicle.
Miss Samples, did you
Yes, Yana, I did do that. And it was ketchup, like whatever I could find up in that car, Yana. Yes.
So you were
And you did.
package?
And you did what with
I
it?
smeared that car around. I put words all over that car. And then the last thing I said, you gotta call me now.
Well, that's what it looks like when you think your man's cheating. You will go straight there.
Yep, when I
All
did.
right, so what do you do when you come home and find your car, as you said, utterly destroyed?
Yana, I gave her a call because I knew who it was.
You were, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Well,
you were right.
that's
You
one way
gonna
to
call
do
me
it.
now. All right. What do you do with your car?
I took it. I had to go get it cleaned. $39.99. She owes me for that.
But we got 3 kids. That $39.99.
$39.99. And that.
You're like, that's a no.
Right.
Mr. Latchett, you understand why she's doing these things. And here's what we got. Here's what we're looking at. You know, you give her gifts out of the blue, which I think is great, but you believe he's hiding something.
Classic sign of cheating, by the way.
Classic sign of cheating.
All right.
You've got a woman at his school who is tossing her hair at him. And then when you are there, he doesn't introduce you as his fiance.
At all.
At all.
Classic sign of cheating.
You got a woman at work who has her booty all up in the air in his face. And here you come, and he freezes, doesn't introduce you.
Is that enough booty, baby?
Another classic sign of cheating.
And then she's hunting you down, calling you. You won't respond. She's leaving you voicemails, and you won't respond.
Yes, Yana.
And all of this has led you to believe that he's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you find out he's cheating, this relationship is over.
Pretty much, Your Honor. I mean, hey, what you don't like, another man will treasure.
Well, so based on that statement, if you find out that Mr. Latchett is in fact cheating, you are out the door.
Out the door.
You gonna give him that pretty ring back.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna move on with your life.
Exactly.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from licensed private investigator Todd Redding. Ron, please escort Mr. Redding into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. Todd Redding.
Mr. Redding, good day. How are you?
Good day, Your Honor. I'm
Glad
fine,
to
thank
have you here again. Now, a member of your team did a polygraph examination of Mr. Latchett. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Latchett was asked, have you bought Miss Samples gifts because you have cheated on her? What was his response?
His response, Your Honor, was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector test determined that he was being truthful.
No smile?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
A little bit of
A little bit.
A little
I see
bit of a smile?
A little bit of
Yeah,
dimple.
it's a little bit. It's a little
Okay.
But we still have another question. Mr. Latchett was asked, since being in a 6-year relationship with Miss Samples, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
His response, Your Honor, was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector test determined that he was being truthful.
Miss Samples, what do you have to say to your fiance?
All that's missing is the real will you marry me?
Well,
Latchett?
that's no pressure,
Well,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Latchett.
She's the only one I want to be with. I want you to understand that. I don't want you hanging anything over my head anymore.
Okay.
You need to know we have 3 kids together.
Okay.
We've been together 6 years. We know each other for 7.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Yeah.
Miss Diamond, LaKyle Sample, will you marry me?
Yes! Give my ring back, boy.
You want to put the ring on.
Miss Samples,
Yeah.
you've heard the words now that you have been waiting to hear for a long time.
Yes, yes,
All right.
finally.
Are you ready to move forward?
Yes.
This man loves you. This man wants to be with you. He buys you gifts for no reason.
Yeah, he does.
You can't let him go.
That's my man, and I
Here.
love him.
We want y'all to be married a long time like me and Mr. Cutler.
Yeah.
And so as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy, trust-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
Come up so we can see that ring, girl.
You two, come on.
Come on.
You played a part in it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all gonna be okay because you got love and life and laughter. The laughter's important.
You keep on doing what you're doing. I like the things you do in terms of the gifts and keeping her, but you gotta introduce her as your fiance. That's gonna be the first thing out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And when you get married, first thing out of your mouth, this is my wife. How you doing? This is my, boom. You gotta hit it right on the mark. Otherwise, you're gonna be in the doghouse.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you.
Gotcha.
All right.
He ain't lying.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck
All
to
right,
you
take
all.
care of those babies.
You will get invitations.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're looking for it. We better get one.
Thank y'all so much.
This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of PHILPOTT versus PHILPOTT. You all are married, you've been together for 15 years, you have 2 children together, but allegations of cheating are destroying your relationship. Mr. PHILPOTT, tell us why you're here today.
Well, I'm here today to figure out if my wife is cheating on me because I have several friends telling me she's been doing otherwise of things, and a couple of my buddies have seen her as well.
I don't know his buddies.
And I'm pretty much just here trying to figure out if she's faithful or she's just playing the love boat with me or something. I'm just trying to figure it out.
You're trying to figure out just what's going on because you've got these suspicions that
insecure.
she's cheating.
Yes, sir.
All right,
No.
Ms. Philpott, you said he's insecure.
He's very insecure.
Tell me about that.
First of all, I'm in love with this man. I have been in love with this man since the first time I seen him.
She can spell love. That's
He's
it.
been there for me constantly forever. And he has went as far as to go on my Facebook and text like he was me to another guy and act like he was me and told him, like, have we had sex and all of this
So he's catfished you?
Yes, to other people that I haven't seen in years.
Yes, I did.
I haven't seen in years.
What does that
And I
look
have
like?
evidence to prove that he does this.
Ron, would you get that evidence, please?
Yes, ma'am.
You admitted it. You're not denying it.
No denial.
So you have
text messaged
actually act like you were your wife.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, let's see what this looks like. So you as Mrs. Philpott say, my husband will not like this. The mystery man says,
It's just a conversation.
you as Miss Philpott says, when was the last time we talked?
I don't know.
All right, I gotta say, it's not very artful, but okay. You as Miss Philpott, I'm trying to figure it out. Did we blank? I'm trying to figure out, I'm lost. And the man says,
It don't even matter. It was years ago anyway.
so then you as Miss Philpott say, and we blanked? Yes or no? I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, years ago when you was in a certain city.
Okay, so he's going through your Facebook, making all these connections
All
with
act-
folks.
just
and it's driving you crazy,
It is,
I'm
and
sure.
it's to the point where he pushes me away, and then he has these dreams where we can be cuddling and everything be great and dandy, and we'll go to sleep, and then he'll wake up and he'll slide away from me, not touch me, and I'll be like, "What's going on, babe? What's wrong?" He like, "I had a dream that you was cheating on me, so I'm gonna stop touching you."
Okay, wait a minute. You getting punished about his dreams?
Yes, and I can't
That's
go to the bathroom. If I
rough.
get
That's
up and go to
rough.
the bathroom, he be like, "You was in there cheating on me in the living room while I was sleeping in the bed." I be looking at him like,
Be a
I
lot
had
of
to
creeps
use
and
the
sounds
restroom.
going
So
on
this
in
is
the house.
affecting your day-to-day relationship in a
not
major
even
way.
That, it's affecting our marriage. It's like to the point where I'm about to drive myself. I told him, like, look, I can't take it. You know, and
that's
if
why
that
you're
doesn't
here
work,
today.
Yes, I am. I'm here today to prove my loyalty to him and to everybody else out there that's saying, she cheating. I seen her doing it. You ain't seen me doing nothing because he leaves me at home half of the time.
So why
And
do you
Mr.
ignore
Phil-
me so much?
And Mr. Philpott, you say that if you find out she is cheating, this is over.
Oh, yeah.
The relationship, the
Tailpipe
marriage,
smoking.
everything is over.
Tailpipe smoking. I'm gone.
tailpipe smoking.
Now that's a new one.
That's a new one.
I haven't heard that.
But it gives you the visual, though.
But it's a good visual. It's
But
a
if I'm
strong
not,
You
visual.
see the
I
train
think he
pulling
needs
out?
to change his ways.
What was it like when you met? When you all got together?
When we got together, it was a beautiful thing.
Look at him smiling.
I seen her walk in.
He was a gentleman. He used to bring me flowers, candy,
I mean, I used to
He was very
pamper her
loving.
a lot. Candy, flowers,
dates.
show up just out of the blue. I mean, give you a card just because it's
He
Wednesday.
used to show me off like I was just a trophy wife or something. Now it's just like I'm back and I don't see him all day.
And so, how did you propose?
Oh, no. She proposed to me.
Oh.
All right,
he had to
Phil,
take
I
charge?
want it. I liked it. I put a ring on it.
You know,
And the reverse
13
of
years
that.
of always cross paths and, in different relationships, and I always made sure that, I don't know, God said that's who you need to be with for life. That's what it is. And he
So
didn't
you
want to
grabbed-
take charge, so I said, well,
You literally grabbed the bull by the horn.
I asked him to marry me, and he's a Taurus, and I sure did. This Scorpio stung him.
So you all have this wonderful start, and now you're here. Why do you believe that your wife is cheating now? What do you have that shows that?
Pretty much, it's like me and her had gotten into a little altercation. She was one of the, I'm like, you know what, instead of me staying here arguing with you, I'm gonna take a little drive. When I came back home, she wasn't home. She was at her mother's house. But right before she had left, I seen everything that she had put on because I organized her underwear drawer and everything, but to make sure everything is perfect.
Hold, stop.
What does that look like?
What?
Oh, you have your colors, you have your whites, then you have your thongs. You just gotta switch it up.
And you physically organized that?
Yes, fold politely, put it over there. That goes with that. These are thongs.
I want you to do that.
Yeah, and see,
I'm not getting you in trouble.
I want you to do that.
That's exactly why I'm asking, because you making it look bad for the rest of us.
Oh.
Now, I do occasional laundry and I fold clothes. I cannot say that I organize them.
But you can start. He just gave you the roadmap. Colors, whites, well.
What about the thongs?
We don't have any of those. Wait, big girl panties. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. You make it look bad for the rest of us, Mr. Philpott.
Okay, so he's organized the underwear, and because of that, you know what?
Well, why do you do that? That's the
exactly
question.
what she has on.
Why do you organize her underwear?
Because he knows exactly what underwear I put on every day, and if I change or come home differently, he'll know.
So she left, went to her family member's house, and you knew what she had on when she left?
Yes.
Okay.
She came back in a whole different attire. Underwear was different, bra was different, clothes was different. She don't smell the same when she come back. It's a completely
That's because it's called a
soap.
shower.
And so because of that, you think she was with another man, and she changed clothes
thinks
and did
my
all
mom
that,
helps me
so you
cheat.
wouldn't know. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so you changed clothes. Is this true?
It is. I do change, Your Honor. But the thing is I have also my children, and when he goes to work in the morning, he'll leave us, and my mom say, "Hey, I'll come get you because I can help you with the kids."
But why
Okay.
are
She
you
washes.
Hold on.
She washes my clothes. My mother washes not only my clothes, his clothes, and my kids'
So
clothes.
you take the laundry over to your mom?
Sometimes, or we'll spend the night and we'll leave the clothes that we wore over there for her to wash.
Okay.
So I changed my clothes. I changed my clothes and also our children's clothes. We got in the shower. It was nighttime. I said, okay, let's get in our pajamas, and wherever we go home, we could just go straight to bed.
All right, so you got your kids together for bed.
Right.
You bathed and got changed.
Exactly.
And went home.
Right. He came
You
to
were
pick
not
us
with
up.
another man, is what you tell me.
No, I was not.
But that's your belief.
And you don't believe her?
I don't believe it.
Okay. Are there any men in particular that you are concerned about?
Yes, her ex.
Okay. And why are you concerned about her ex?
I mean, it was pretty much, her ex had like a little gathering for the kids and stuff, and me being me, I'm like, you know what, you can take your son to go see him. But during the process, her phone dies. So as I'm constantly calling her phone, there's no response, so I took it upon myself to call her ex. And when I called her ex, he picked the phone up, he hanged the phone up on me. Then he get the texting, well, when you see your woman, you tell me how my stuff tastes. I'm like, excuse me?
You submitted that recollection to the court file. Is that correct?
Correct.
When your girl gets home, you might be tasting my
blank
privates.
Correct. Her ex texted that to me.
No, see, I had been left the party. He had actually came over to my mom's house.
where did you go?
To my mother's house.
That
I was
sound
at my
good.
mother's house. We argued that whole day. We've been arguing about this.
You two have been arguing all day.
Yes.
You go take your kids to the party.
But we didn't argue before the party. We got dropped off. We argued after the party, but he let him intervene in our life. I haven't seen him for 3 years.
And you haven't given your husband any reason to believe that you are still involved with your ex.
No, he
and you
involved
believe
him
she still is.
in our lives.
Well, Kyla, he texted him saying
he involved. He involved him in our lives. He involved. I didn't change the phone off. My phone went dead.
Call, her phone went straight to voicemail.
But he never once tried to call my mother's phone
stays on the charger,
and say, "Hey, is
when
BB
you go over
there
to
or
your
whatever?"
ex's house,
Okay,
your
you
phone
both
is
are
dead.
talking at the same time. Okay, so we're trying to get to the bottom of this.
He never once called my mother. If my phone died, any reasonable person, if his phone died, I call his mother.
Why do I have
If
to
my
call your
phone
mother?
dies, you call my mother because I told you I'm at my mother's house. Why not call?
All right. You know what, Mr. Cutler? I think we have somebody here who can get to the very bottom of this with us.
Okay.
Another man who knows exactly what Miss PHILPOTT's been up to. There's his side, there's her side, and there's the man with the answers to the questions. Ron, would you escort him in, please?
Yes, Your Honor. We're gonna head on up to the witness stand.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good.
Have a seat, please. Would you state your name, please, for the court?
I'm Deontay Gray.
What is your relationship to the litigants?
This is my sister, Basera, and this is one of my longtime friends, Ron, that I grew up with when I was younger.
And he's your brother-in-law as well. And you're here to testify about your sister's activities.
Yes.
Tell me what you know specifically.
Me and a couple of my friends, we had went out to have a couple of drinks, have a good night. And upon walking in there, I seen Basera grinding on a guy, and they were kind of like hugged up, and he was touching on her and stuff. So I approached her and asked her, like, what are you doing? Like, you're married. And she tried to reassure me everything was cool. I was overreacting.
And did she stop the behavior, or did she just tell you, no, it's all right, it's all right?
She said it was all right, but once I was leaving, she proceeded to dance with the guy.
Miss PHILPOTT, were you at the club?
Yes.
Were you grinding with another man?
No.
Were you dancing with another man?
No.
Did your brother come over and talk to you about being with another man?
Yes.
And why would he talk to you about being with another man and you weren't with him?
Because the guy walked up and asked, did I want to drink? I was with my girls, and I'm like, no, I'm cool, because I already have enough drink.
So it's drink pop.
So,
Hold on, Mr. PHILPOTT.
It was enough drinks. So my girls was like, we about to leave. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. But as we're leaving, the club is so small. It's tiny as ever. So I'm trying to walk past, he trying to walk past, people trying to walk past us, so I slid over. He slid me over. He's like, well, are you single? I'm like, no, I'm married. He's like, oh, he a lucky man. I said, thank you. He's like, you're still beautiful. I said, thank you. And I walked back with my girls. My girls said, okay, we're going to another bar. I ain't got nothing to hide. What am I hiding?
Mr. Gray, you know when a guy's pushing up on a girl. You know what that looks like.
Yes.
You've actually done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. So what you saw, was that just people passing in a tight space, or was that somebody trying to push up on your sister?
That guy had to be pushing up on her. He was not passing through no tight space. He was pushing up on her.
And Ms. PHILPOTT, you deny that happened?
Yes, I do. That didn't happen. That's over-exaggeration.
You don't dance like that?
That's over-exaggeration.
You don't dance like that?
Yeah,
Well, I gotta say, Mr. Cutler, that is some strong testimony. Let's look at what we got so far. We've got Mr. PHILPOTT and his dreams. We have the incriminating text message from her ex. We have her brother seeing her at the club. Oh, and also the change of clothes. That's what I was trying to come up with. And based on this evidence, if it comes out that she is in fact cheating, Mr. PHILPOTT has said he's out, he's done.
Smoking tailpipes.
Smoking tailpipes, yes. That was the term.
This court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will hear from certified polygraph examiner Patrick Coffey to determine, is she cheating? Please escort Mr. Coffey in.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Miss PHILPOTT, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right. So, Ms. Philpott was asked, the day Mr. Gray confronted you at a bar for being too close to another man, did you have physical, sexual contact with that other man? What was her response?
Her response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The polygraph determined that she was being truthful.
Told you.
Ms. Philpott was asked, did you have physical sexual contact with your ex on the day your husband received a text message from your ex? What was her response to that question?
Her response again was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
Polygraph determined she was being deceptive.
Ms. Philpott?
I don't know why it came back like that.
It's called a lie.
Well, it came back because you've had recent contact with him.
No, I haven't had any sexual contact with him at all. I haven't.
All right, Ms. Philpott was asked, since July 4th, 2016, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your husband? What was her response?
Her response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The polygraph determined that she was being truthful.
All right. So, no intercourse but sexual contact is what came out on the second one.
That is correct.
Did you hug him? Did you kiss him? Did you do anything with him?
No. I never had any relations with nobody but him.
She's a good actor.
Mr. Philpott, what's going through your mind right now?
Smoking tailpipes.
Miss Philpott, do you want this relationship to work?
Of course, he's my children's father.
Tell him.
I don't want to be without you. I can't see myself without you. And I never did you wrong.
I'm willing to stick it out and see what we can do about this situation and see whatever the future holds for us.
We see a lot of couples in our courtroom, and I can look at your faces and I can tell there's something there. And it sounds like you're willing to do what it takes to make it work. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.